This video is sponsored by Shortboxed, the easiest and safest way to buy and sell comic books, both raw and graded. Download the app today using the link in the description. Reggie here, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. In this video, we are going to take a look at the most in-demand characters and teams based upon transactions that have taken place on the Shortboxed app in the month of July. In essence, this is a roll-up of all of the transactions organized by team and or character, and that's what we're going to look at. But if you stay tuned, I'm going to provide you with a breakdown of how all those transactions look across the individual publishers. Stay tuned. All right, let's go ahead and get to the breakdown. The number 10 character on the list is Spawn, who first appeared in Spawn issue number 1 from Image Comics in 1992. Number 9 is Venom, who is down 3 spots since last month. Venom's first full appearance was in Amazing Spider-Man issue number 300, published by Marvel Comics in 1988. In the number 8 spot, we have the Fantastic Four, also down 3 spots since last month. The FF first appeared in Fantastic Four issue number 1, published by Marvel Comics in 1961. Superman, the Man of Steel, comes in the 7th spot. Superman, along with Lois Lane, first appeared in Action Comics issue number 1 back in 1938. Star Wars is in the 6th spot, having moved up 2 places since last month. Star Wars titles have been released by a couple of comic book publishers, including IDW, Dark Horse, and most notably Marvel, who released the original series back in 1977. Issue 1 of that series is the first appearance of several characters, including Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Princess Leia, C-3PO, and R2-D2, just to name a few. And as a reminder, this video is sponsored by my friends over at Shortboxed, and if you are interested in potentially getting a $100 credit to buy something on the app, I encourage you to leave a substantive comment behind. In the 5th spot, we have the Avengers, moving up 4 spots since last month. The first team appearance and origin of the Avengers occurred in Avengers issue number 1, published in 1963. In the 4th spot, we have Wolverine, arguably one of Marvel's most popular characters. Wolverine's cameo appearance was in Hulk 180, and his first full appearance and cover occurred in Hulk 181. So it's time for the top 3, and I will tell you that there are no surprises here. You will not be surprised by this in any way, shape, or form. What is interesting, however, is that the top 3 for this month is identical to the top 3 for the entire year. And so again, not a huge surprise here. Now, what was surprising to me was that Wolverine, who is currently in the 4th spot for this month, has the potential to overtake Star Wars in the annual list. That's how many Wolverine books are currently selling right now. He may actually take over the 4th spot in the annual list from Star Wars. It is going to be interesting to see how the rest of the year plays out. In the 3rd spot, we have the Dark Knight himself, Batman. Batman first appeared along with Commissioner Gordon in Detective Comics issue number 27 back in 1939. In the number 2 spot, we have the X-Men, who first appeared in Uncanny X-Men issue number 1, published by Marvel in 1963. It should be noted that according to Shortboxed, the gap between the X-Men and the number 1 spot is almost completely closed. And to that point, in the number 1 spot, we have Spider-Man. Spider-Man first appeared in Amazing Fantasy 15 along with Uncle Ben, Aunt May, and Flash Thompson in 1962. So as promised at the start of the video, I want to give you some insight into how all of the transactions for July break down by publisher. 64% of the transactions on the Shortboxed app were attributable to Marvel Comics. No one is surprised by that. 21% of transactions were DC Comics. 3%, just 3% were attributable to Image Comics. That leaves us with 12%, and that 12% was all other publishers. And I'm not going to tell you which publishers specifically made up that 12%, but I will allow you all to maybe draw some conclusions from that. Now, again, this breakdown isn't really surprising, but what was surprising is that in the month of July, the volume of transactions for Marvel Comics dropped by 3%. That 3% was picked up by the independents, not named Marvel, DC, or Image. And this potentially is a testament to the quality of content that is being put out by the independents. With that said, we are going to wrap this video up. I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you leave a substantive comment behind for a chance to win a $100 credit from my friends over at Shortboxed. The winner will be announced during an upcoming live stream, so make sure you leave that comment today. If you're interested in reaching out to me, you can do that on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care. Before I let you go, I want to tell you all about a new project that I am working on. It is called Marcus, and Marcus is going to be the second title that I'll be releasing from my publishing company, Swoldier Publishing. If you are feeling frisky and if you're interested in supporting this project, head over to swoldierpublishing.com for more information and also to support the project.
This thing on? Mic check. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me clearly. Yo, should you practice art? Or should art be your practice? I had a question, so I asked it. Not to anyone specifically, but to my inner God, you know? The one that's gonna be a master. The one that's more than a rapper. The one that's an educator. The one that seeks enlightenment. He travels with concepts. He's got the mindset expansive. He understands that his time combined with travel and concepts makes his mind convex. Sort of like when you look at a brain scan. Straight off meditation, we was concaving until we had that eternal dialogue that created our dialect. Now we in distinct rooms of pure souls having them conversations. Synergy and combinations. You fly and we waiting. Indian style in the gold temple.